Uh, mm, that- oh, that's bright as shit now. Nah, nah. I went from dumb to less dumb after reading one of the most complex dialogues that I ever laid my little pinky finger on. And that is either because I'm a bit stupid or because the thing was written over 100 years ago. But either way, I turned out to be pretty lucky because that exact dialogue summarized one of the most profound books written in the 20th century. So here's ancient wisdom explained by a dumbass. Yeah. To understand all of that, you need a quick outline of that stuff. So basically, the book is about a dude and about the life of the dude. Alright, so the dude starts off by being a priest, and then he stops being a priest, and then he goes into the forest and lives with wood people. Then he stops living with them and goes be a monk. Then he stops being a monk and goes into a city, becomes the richest guy ever, has a hot chick there. Basically, he's balling. Then he balls too hard and starts gambling and being addicted to gambling and being kind of an asshole. And then he decides to dip his wife and all of his money to become a ferryman. So basically, he cruises on a ship all day, and that's how he makes money. It's like a little raft. It's not a ship. And that's what he does. And that's kind of the entire book. But this scene at the end of this very book, he sat down somewhere, and then an old friend that he didn't saw in a while approached him, and they had a dialogue. And that's the dialogue that I had to rack my brains over for like 2 weeks to understand, because he basically just summarizes his entire life in one little dialogue and like the main tip that he would give someone else. So I was like, I need that to get the book. So this is the dialogue we're talking about, just to give you some context, right? And here's this tip that he needed his entire life for, summarized in less than 4 minutes, hopefully, in my way, which is not so tough. Maybe I'm just stupid. So we can see failure as a lesson. Okay, we can see death as a way to enjoy life. Okay, it's on us to decide to see things as bad or as good. Because we spend a lot of our time complaining about things not going the way we want them to go. And a lot of our unhappiness comes from that complaints and stuff. At least for me, okay? But every action that happens and everything in this world is both perfect and horrible at the same time. So let's take death as an example, because it's the easiest to do. A lot of us fear death, right? Death is that horrible thing, we're scared, all that. But death is also great. And that is because it gives us a reason to live every single moment right now, because we don't know if we might be gone tomorrow, right? So we try to enjoy right now as much as we can, because we don't know if we live another day. So death is also life. And everything is like that. Okay, every bad thing we do is also good for us. For example, I spend more than 10 years of my life just playing video games, and I always was ashamed of it because I thought was just wasting my time, and I just took life away from me. But after reading that, I realized that this was a good thing, because I played so much video games, because I overindulged in it, I now don't want to play them anymore. I want to do something in real life. So the very cure of this bad habit was doing the bad habit, if that makes sense. Everything bad is already good. It's just a matter of how we look at it. Death as it is can give us life. The difference comes in the way we look at bad stuff that happens to us. We are the ones that decide if it's good or bad. So the next time you stub your toe, it might have been good. Okay? It helped you to become more cautious that day. Maybe you needed that. Maybe you needed to be more aware, more aware. And maybe it was good. Or maybe it was just shit. But the point is that everything is inherent. Yeah. Aim higher. Give me a smoosh.